moment I finished my articles as an attorney, I went to the bar. I was very lucky because I had no contacts. I was very lucky to be given work as a very junior advocate. But of course, in those days, there was a lot of discrimination against women. So one ended up doing the matrimonial work and children's work and so on. But with time, this changed, but it really took long after the end of apartheid for proper briefing patterns for women to be implemented.
If there's anything that you could do differently from this distance now, looking back at your career as an advocate, can you think of one thing that you would do?
Yes, I think just looking back, to be more assertive as a woman, that is one of the best pieces of advice I can give to women advocates.
So what lessons did you learn from practice that were most helpful to you as a judge?
The law of evidence. You know, one became familiar as an advocate with the rules of court, how cases are presented, what questions to ask. And of course, having been an advocate, one's got to be very careful as a judge not to jump into the arena because you know the answers. But it did bring about a balance where I think as a judge I could see both sides. Because as an advocate I'd argued good points, I'd argued more difficult points. So now one can sit back and adjudicate what really is the correct verdict.
What do you think are the essential qualities of an advocate?
Hard work, passion for the law, to be assertive, particularly as a woman advocate, one has to be assertive. And yes. you may appear before 3 males in a full bench, and you've not got to be coy. You've got to be assertive, and in being assertive, you've also got to be well prepared. So yes. Preparation is everything.
So what do you think are the essential qualities of a judge?
You've got to have judicial temperament, and also a big match temperament, because things can get very heated in court. And as a judge, you can't join in the fray. You've got to control the situation. The other quality is to allow the advocates to bring out the best in their cases, not to adopt an arrogant attitude that you as the judge know all the points, and to use what they have presented to do the judgment.
What about women judges? You know, there's this idea you mentioned about transformation, and your judge president is ensuring that there's more women. Why women? Do women judges make a difference?
I think they do, because they bring about perhaps a different perspective on many of the issues. You know, it's a question of incorporating the transformation. It's very easy to apply the common law and precedent from the past. But if you bring in women and black judges, there's a different perspective on what would be the traditional common law. And so there's a vibrancy and just that perspective. At the end of the day, the result may be the same, but you will see that the reasoning perhaps brings in a different perspective.